When it comes to all this love, relationship, and marriage stuff, it's not easy. No side is easy. It is not easy to be married. Of course, everybody knows that marriage is not easy. And it is also not easy to be single. But of course, it is better to be single, hoping to be married, than to be married and hoping to be single again. Yes. So, you need to, if you're single, appreciate wherever you are and hope for the best. Yes. That marriage is not easy doesn't mean that you should now say that you wouldn't get married just that, for no reason, or for just that reason, because it is also not easy to be single. It's not easy to be single at all. I'm telling you, the singles will attest to this. It is not easy to be single at all. In today's episode, I am going to be speaking to the single ladies. There are things you should not do. There are mistakes you should not make. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about 4 costly mistakes you should never make as a single lady. There are mistakes. There are normal, regular mistakes. Of course, nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. But there are costly mistakes that can cost you a lot and make you regret a lot of things in life. And that is the kind of mistake you should not make. But before I begin with these 4 mistakes you should never make as a woman, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for that. Number 1 mistake you shouldn't make: visiting a single guy alone, whether in the day or in the night. A guy that you know that is not in a relationship with you. The both of you maybe might just be friends or colleagues or classmates or anything. You as a single lady, you're always visiting this single guy alone. My dear, you need to learn to protect your integrity and also protect that guy's integrity. Do not put yourself in a position of temptation, in a position of misinterpretation as well. Very important, because prevention is better than regret. You have no reason visiting a particular guy that is single, that you're not in a relationship with all the time, alone. My dear, it is not right. Even if nothing is going on for the meantime, for now, you don't have anything in mind. You don't know if that guy has something in mind. You don't know if those constant visits will, bring up something. That is why you shouldn't even give room for the temptation. That is for the temptation part. Now, for the misinterpretation part, people will misinterpret that action of you always going there all the time. And when talks will begin to come, you'll be like, why are people talking like this? But you're the one that, gave room for that misinterpretation through your actions. So it's very important that you learn how to be careful as a woman. Mistake number 2 you should not make: not valuing yourself beyond material things. My dear, as a young lady, as a single lady, you should not compromise your dignity over fleeting pleasures like food, drinks, gifts, and other things. It's very important. Your self-worth and your dignity are priceless. Your health, your dignity, your self-worth are priceless. Have this in mind. Don't make such mistakes. And don't forget that STDs and emotional scars are real. And they are even more expensive than that momentary gratification. So don't make the mistake of always selling yourself cheap as a single lady, because you end up regretting it. There are so many disadvantages that comes with selling yourself cheap. It's a very young age when you have a lot to do with yourself. You have destiny to fulfill and you're busy doing the wrong thing, selling your self-worth. It is very, very bad. Mistake number 3: using pregnancy as a tool for manipulation. Attempting to trap a man with pregnancy often leads to pain and regret. Relationship and love should be genuine. So as a young lady, you need to think carefully before making such a decision. Don't ever make the mistake of trying to use pregnancy to trap a man into marriage. Most of the times, it doesn't work. Especially when it is so obvious, like the man knows that you did it on purpose. This one is not a mistake that both of you made, like you did it on purpose. It often ends in regret. Because one thing is that the man might abandon that pregnancy. That is one thing, also very risky. Another thing is that if he decides to marry you, he might not love you as he used to or as he is supposed to. He just got married to you out of pity. You need to ask yourself, would you want to be in such a marriage? These things, a lot of women, 95% of women regret doing such. Any woman that traps a man with pregnancy into marriage often regrets it. I'm telling you, don't make that mistake. Allow that love to flow. Allow that decision to be made between the both of you. Don't make that man marry you out of pity. You understand? Let it flow. If it's yours, the both of you will get married. You need to learn to be patient. Forget about all these things happening on social media, happening in our society today. It is wrong. And finally, mistake number 4: not living a life of integrity. You see, in this our society, this 21st century, prostitution and fornication look like a quick fix, like something that you can just do and get away with. But my dear, it has a lot of consequences. Emotional consequence, physical consequence, spiritual consequence, financial consequence, a lot to regret as a young lady, as a single lady. Contentment is very important. Learn to live a life of integrity and honor. Forget about what is happening in our society today. That a lot of single ladies are going after, sugar daddies, living anyhow life. My dear, their consequence is still waiting for them. Forget about this momentary gratification that they are enjoying. Living a life of integrity and honor is still valued, is still important, is still very much better than living such bad life. Build yourself as a woman. Be contented with what you have. Live a life of integrity and honor, and you will enjoy your life as a single lady. Summary, like I said at the beginning of my video, it is not easy to be single. It is also not easy to be married. So whichever situation you're in, whether you're single or married, you need to be very careful. There are some mistakes you shouldn't make. Live a very careful life, not a carefree life. Mind the things you do, because the repercussions are always waiting. Live a life of integrity and honor. Try not to make costly mistakes that you will regret at the end. Live a good life. Enjoy your life as a single lady. So that is all I have to say for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you so much for listening. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next episode. And of course, I remain Rosie Baby.